Hey, what's up? Husman here, and today we're gonna talk about the importance of bass. But it's not what you think it is. Something that I think is pretty overlooked, especially for people starting out and making music, is the importance of bass notes when it comes to a melody. A lot of people, including myself, thought it was more about creating great chords with melody lines, and it's in a way that's really true, but something that in my opinion more important or as important for creating a great setting in a track is to create a great bass melody to go with those top lead melodies, so you have a really cool resonance between the two. To help you better understand what I mean, let's put my terrible piano skills to the test again. So for this tutorial I made a little piano melody, and it's nothing too fancy. It's a really simple melody which sounds like this. Don't judge me for how I play the piano. It's, for me, not the instrument that I've put that much time in throughout the years. I always started in the box, so I'm still learning. But as you can hear now, this can go a lot of ways, and it's not telling a real harmonic story yet. I don't even know where to put my hands with this kind of thing. So we really need to think about where are we going to go with the bass note. So the main melody that I've, for the purpose of this tutorial, I made an A minor. For one reason, that I only have to press the white notes, which is for me really easy that way. And the other reason, it's also really easy to follow on then. So I can put on a scale function, so only the notes of A minor are lit up. So we got this melody, this real simple melody, and we can go a lot of ways with this. There are not a lot of rules with it. There are only some sort of rules which say that it should sound really harmonically pleasing. A lot of notes in the key of A minor, so all the white notes will do for this. So we can go a lot of way with this, and it's all about what kind of story do you want to tell with this little melody. So for instance, we could go upwards with the bass notes. Let's for instance try this one. Now that sounds really, it doesn't sound that powerful, and I don't mean powerful in a way, it doesn't sound really epic kind of melody. It sounds really sinister almost. It sounds like in a movie when something is not going right, especially when you go from A to B, it's like, oh, there's something happening. Something in the story is a bit wrong. It's something bad is going to happen in the story. And the same, I always like to use the analogy of a movie when making my own music, because I like to talk in story and in storytelling and in how to set a scene for a kind of track and set a theme. So we can also go about the more euphoric hero kind of part. So we play the same melody, but now we go downwards. So we go from A to G to F to E. So let's see how that sounds. So that's a totally different direction with the same kind of melody. I thought it was really common knowledge that playing different bass melodies was really changing stuff, but I heard a lot of people ask me how I created my melodies and how I came about the melody, and I thought it was more the chords that were doing this. When I was starting out, I also thought I needed to really make big layers of chords and to make that really sound special, but it's all about the bass notes when making the music and really setting a theme. It's all about how does this bass note resonate with the melody that I'm playing, and of course the chord is the next step into that. But for starting a melody, I think it's really important to have a great bass melody that plays along with the top lead melody, so they really sound harmonically pleasing. Now we went upwards, we went downwards with the bass notes, but you can also combine a bit of the two. What I like to do really a lot is that I start, for instance, now we're playing an A, and then go downwards the ladder, but don't go it strictly downwards. Go from A to F and back to G and go back to A. So let's see how that sounds. So that's something that, which actually is for me is a really cool loop for you. You're bringing tension and you're taking tension out again. So the part from A to F feels really euphoric. But going back from F to G, it sounds really, it takes the tension away again. That's something that's really, I've delved deeper in this in my latest tutorial about breakdowns. It's all about tension, release tension, bring tension back. So it's really cool to play around with the bass notes where you can make your same melody change throughout making this melody. And I find a lot of things really cool happening when I'm playing around with different bass notes for the same kind of melody, because a lot of my melodies repeat themselves, but they change the bass notes. But for instance, if you go have an 8-bar loop, if you're going to duplicate that top lead melody, and then the second 4 bars we're going to change the bass notes. So first we're going to play around with, let's say we're going to go from A to G to F to E, and then we're not going to start on the A, but we're going to start on a different one. So let's see how that will sound. So again, totally improvised. I'm quite astonished that that went well the first time. But as you can see, just changing bass note, we changed that whole atmosphere of that whole melody. So I really like to incorporate more this E note, which I use when going down, but we didn't use when going up. So let's see how we can incorporate the E note. So not exactly the same melody that I played, because I just like to improvise or just fuck up sometimes. So, but as you can hear, still this theory still holds, because now I changed just the bass notes and I roughly played the same melody, only played some different notes, which also gave a little cool happy accident where I changed the different notes in the high notes, changed the different notes in the bass notes, and those created just a little different resonance with each other. So it really gave the track a different meaning at that part. So let's put my skills to the test. Let's see if I can make something else on the go. Let's try some variations with the same melody. So as you can see, there are a lot of ways where you can go with this, and it's a great way to really improve your melodies of your breakdowns, your leads, your drops. If you have a really cool interaction between your bass melody and your top melody, it will really resonate in something really cool. So I really hope this video helped you create better melodies, and I think it's about time that you get some cool sounds to use for these melodies as well. So in a few hours, the new Patreon packs will go online with awesome MIDI files, samples, presets. I made some really cool sounds, at least I think, for you guys this month again. I also made a really cool bouncy track for the people who sign up for the music pack, which sound like this. It's called Escape You, and I've also, for the people who are part of the producer pack, I've made a really trancy breakdown where you can get the Ableton project. So I really hope that you get some inspiration from that. That's it for me, this video. I really hope you like it, and if you haven't already, subscribe. If you like what I do, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care, bye bye.